Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam, and all of the world's media to Swindon't You Forget About Me. What? That was a long time ago. That's right. It was a long time ago. But today in the real world, John Sheridan has finally been sacked as Swindon Town manager. And it's unclear as to the future of the club and who will take the club forward next season as manager. I think it makes sense that person should be me, so I'm going to put my hat in the ring. You will not have heard of me. I am, however, one of the most successful football managers of all time. I'm at this stage 112 years old and have obviously previously had a spell in charge at Swindon Town in the distant future. I'm not going to go over the many times I've won European Cups with Western-super-Mare, or with FC Lviv from Ukraine, a team no one's heard of, or won Serie A with San Marino, or won the Europa League with Club Desportivo das Aves, or anything like that, or even the Europa League with Śląsk Wrocław. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about what I've done in the past for Swindon Town Football Club. One thing you can see is that the county ground has been rebuilt. We now play in the Vukotic Arena, 85,976 seats. That's all my doing. That is entirely me. I didn't physically build it, but I laid the groundwork, not literally again. Let's see where Swindon were when I picked them up. Yeah, there you go. That's not the right year, so I'll just prove to you where they were. They were down here in League 2, having previously, the season before, they were relegated from League 1. Let's just see. One more year. They came 21st, went down on goal difference behind Chesterfield, from a division featuring luminaries such as AFC Telford, the Tunbridge Angels, and Dartford. They were at a low ebb, and they needed a man to take over. Having just won back-to-back Champions Leagues with Western-super-Mare, I finally thought this was after I had won the Europa League with Śląsk. And also the German Cup with Hertha Berlin. So yeah, I was looking forward to coming back to England in the middle of the 2040s, and I saw that Swindon Town were in need of support, so I stepped in. In our first season, we won the league with 105 points, a record that I believe has never been prior or since beaten. Most of those goals that we scored, 90, were scored by a guy called Mitchell Lockley, who came through at Swindon. You'll look forward to seeing him. I think he must have been born. He'll either have just been born this year or he'll be born in the next couple of years, so look out for him. Then in League 1, we continued the upward trend. We came second behind Nottingham Forest and were just pipped to the title. But we went up automatically into the Championship, the first time in the Championship for going on 60 years, I think, at this point. Actually, no, hang on, 2040, it would have been about 50, well, no, it would have been about 40-something years. So, up we go into the Championship, where we come second straight away. That's right. On an incredibly tight final day of the season, we scored an absolute stunner from range to pip Newcastle United to the second position, and we end up in the Premier League for the first time in genuinely, what would that have been, 46, so 50 years, yeah. And up we go, and this time, correcting the wrongs of our early 90s adventure into the Premier League, we came 10th. We didn't even concede. We conceded just over half as many, just under half as many as we did the last time round. But we did a lot better in terms of point scoring. We won 17 games somehow, and finished in 10th, a remarkable finish in anyone's book. You'll see there that we're sharing the table with Western-super-Mare, and Forest Green were relegated in a very realistic version of the future. The next season, we dropped off. We came 13th, a little further behind, actually, only a couple of points. 12 points off where we were before, 11 points off. But it was still progress. You've got to consolidate when you go and make such a large jump in such a short space of time. We then, the next season, finished 6th. You start to see the building blocks of the Wheatland Way coming into play here. We then jumped to 5th, then down to 6th, then up to 5th, and then up to 4th, qualifying for the Champions League for the first time. And then in 2053, we won the Premier League title, beating Manchester United by a single point to end up as Premier League champions. The next season, Manchester United took back their crown, beating us again by a point in a very, very low-scoring Premier League season, before we reclaimed our crown with 90 points, one of the highest totals in this version of history. We then went on to, over the years, I think at this point I've retired, the club went on to greater things as well. They won the Champions League a number of times. We'll just have a look at the titles the club has accrued. So we are 4 times European Cup winners. These two, 2056 and 57, were under my, maybe only 56, were under my tutelage. They've also won the Europa League 3 times. One of those was under my tutelage. The Club World Cup Championship, the European Super Cup, 4 Premier League titles, to go with our 4 League 2 titles. 5 FA Cups, 8 League Cups, 4 Community Shields, and the big one, the one Johnson's Paint Trophy, which I also won. So it's inescapable that I should be the man to take over at Swindon Town this year. If you look here, I am already a club legend, so it really makes no sense that I'm not in charge. You'll also notice that except for the real players here, like Harold Fleming, Don Locke, Don Rogers, John Trollope, et al., all these players, at least to the start here, are players that I signed. Lloyd Wilmot, the money-grabbing bastard who went off to... he was a Welsh striker who went off to Qatar, I think. Milan Vukotic, or media-friendly Millie, as we called him at the time, who is the player whose the stadium is named after. Agbo, a centre-back. Martins, a midfielder. Kenny Warren, a midfielder. Menzo, a sensational striker. Just a genuinely quality team. Simon Cox, of course, still listed as one of our favourites. Everybody in there, as you would expect. But, and here's the key thing, where the club is now, 50 years on from me being in charge, with completely different management, multiple different managers and owners, they're still in the Premier League. They are still a going concern and a quality club. Facilities, look at this, the Vukotic Arena, completed 40 years ago, 30 years ago, actually only like 26 years ago, in Swindon. We are the best team. A Swindon winger, Kyle Coupe, who I think still plays for the club, just helped win the. Where is he? Is he in here still? Or has he gone? Maybe he's retired. Let's just have a look. Interested to see where he went. Transfers history. There he goes, on a free transfer. Kyle Coupe now plays for Al Harafa. Has got 94 caps for England, came through at Manchester United, of course, but did his best work in a Swindon shirt. He's an absolutely terrible player, but he won the European Championship for England. What a player. What a player. And what a club. What a club. And what a man to take over that club, to be the man to lead the club into this rich future that we have going on. I make no bones about it. I should be the next manager. This will happen if I'm in charge. This is the same as real quote-unquote football management. This is the same. And I am the same as this. And I will win this. All these things. So I'm waiting by my phone. Please give me a call. I'm happy to give up my current job at Aves, where I have just won 2 Premier League titles in a row. So, it speaks for itself. There are 2 stadiums in world football named after one man. This man, Weston-super-Mare, playing Wheatland Park. The team based here in Wrocław, where I live, and I will be happy to commute. That's no problem. They also play in Wheatland Park, not the same stadium, a second stadium. I am a footballing legend and one who deserves to finally take the place of Swindon Town manager, where I am richly deserve to be. So thank you. This is a fun little video, simply proving how fantastic I am, and I'm ready and waiting for the call. Cheers, goodbye.